Okay, hi guys. So this is going to be a video about breastfeeding, and the reason I have chose to make this video is because I have had lots of moms come to me telling me problems that they've had and saying that I make breastfeeding look so easy, stuff like that. So this is just going to be tips and things that I would do, things that I have learned, from me to you basically. And I do have lots of even though I've only been breastfeeding for a month and a half, I know so much about breastfeeding. I have done so much research from like the beginning of my pregnancy about breastfeeding, and I have spoke to many trained professional people on breastfeeding that I just have consumed so much info, and I want to share it with you guys because I think that if you want to breastfeed, then that is very important. That is something that you should be able to. First of all, I think that the key to successful breastfeeding, a successful start, will just lead you, into successful breastfeeding, and that is your baby's latch. Your baby does not just latch onto the nipple. Your baby needs to be latched onto your whole areola. Otherwise, that's going to get a frustrated baby, and you're going to be frustrated because your nipples are going to be sore. You'll probably blister and get cracked nipples, all kinds of problems like that. So the key is a good latch. I have had one bad latch with him, which caused me to have a blister, and actually it wasn't even a bad latch. I pulled him off wrong, and that caused me to have a blister. So you cannot pull your baby off. Also, you need to stick your finger on the corner of their mouth and push it all the way back so you can feel their tongue, and that'll break the suction. Otherwise, you're gonna get a sore nipple like I did, and I had a big old blister on my nipple, which wasn't very attractive, and it wasn't very comfortable. So yeah, that can also happen with a bad latch, with baby sucking wrong on the nipple and rubbing, hey cutie, and rubbing on that nipple, then that will cause that to happen. So my the thing that I recommend if that does happen to you is this. And this is Dr. Jack Newman's. I used this for a day and a half, and my nipples were back to normal. And actually my nipples were starting to get sore again within that first week when my boobs were just really, really full. They were starting to get sore from him, sucking. So I just applied that, and I never had a problem with them. I would even apply it when they weren't sore, just because. So yeah, a good latch is the key. If you're one of these people having problems with, not feeling comfortable breastfeeding because you don't know how much milk your baby's getting and this and that, you're gonna know if your baby's satisfied or not because your baby will be fussy if he's not hungry. The key to knowing that your baby has a full stomach is you have to watch their cues. You have to watch if your baby, my son anyways, when he's full, I know that he will either fall asleep right at the boob, he'll just be very, very content, or he'll even smile sometimes. But most of the time he's just like, his arms are floppy. That's not. And then the first thing is if you're wondering why you're not getting oodles and oodles of milk, that's because your baby doesn't need that much milk. Because the only thing your baby needs in the first couple of days is colostrum, because their stomach is so small, and their stomach gradually, grows. So yeah, my suggestion to you, if you've already started supplementing with formula, is to keep that baby sucking, because your milk supply is gonna go down if you're not exclusively breastfeeding. And if the baby is sucking, that is sending your body signals to make more milk. So your supply is kind of on a demand thing. I don't even have a pump in those first couple of weeks. If I was ever worried about him not getting enough milk, I did give him a bottle twice. And I was just hand expressed, and I could see how much milk I was getting, and he would eat it, he would drink the milk, and all that stuff. And I did pump and dump a couple of times just because I didn't feel like giving him a bottle. It was more convenient for me just to feed him, even though I pumped ahead of time. I would rather just, be right there and give him the bottle instead of having to go heat up the bottle and make sure that whatever you need, keep, pumping, all that stuff in your milk will eventually build back up, but you need to be on a schedule with it. like a baby, they eat every 2 to 3 hours. So whenever you get time, even if it's just for 10 minutes, you know, stimulate those breasts, start producing some milk. Yeah, it's good, huh? It's good milk. But obviously, I wasn't too worried about this guy gaining weight because, you know, he gained a pound a week. He has been since the second week of life. So I wasn't too worried about him. But I had very good support system, like I said, with my breastfeeding, which also helps. And he got weighed once a week. Let me just tell you, breastfeeding is not weird like people think it is. The feeling is not weird, if you get what I'm saying. I never in a million years thought that I would be a breastfeeding mom because my breasts were, I thought of them more as a sexual item, not what they're really for. And, you know, it doesn't feel weird at all, you know, breastfeeding your baby. If anything, like, it's an amazing bond, you know. My son just looks into my eyes and smiles while he's eating. Like, that is the stuff that is just amazing to me. You know, it's just wonderful knowing, you know, my baby knows that he can depend on me. Whenever he cries, he gets hungry, I'm right there to feed him. And he knows that, you know, mommy can depend on mommy. In the first couple weeks, I wanted to give up so much. I'm not even gonna lie, because it just felt like I had a baby attached to me 24/7. And even though I love him to death, everybody wants a break. Everybody deserves a break. Everybody, you know, gets tired sometimes. And babies wake up a lot. Babies want to eat a lot. And it just felt like he was just always on me. And I was like, oh my god, can I just give him a bottle? Can I just make him a bottle and somebody else feed him? You know? So, and it was mainly because I was still recovering. I was sore. I was tired. I was very hormonal. And, you know, all of that stuff. So, you know, I'm telling you, the first 2 weeks, if you can get past those, then it should ride by smoothly. Because those first 2 weeks are pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I didn't have many problems, you're hormonal, you're sore, you're tired, you know, but it's a lot easier than getting up to go heat up a bottle and, you know, getting up out of bed. All I have to do is pick him up, and we're co-sleeping, so I don't necessarily have to do that. But just roll over and, you know, lift up my shirt, and he eats, and I fall back asleep. Even if it slips out or whatever, most of the time he'll find it on its own. And if not, like, I hear him, like, I don't just like fall into a deep sleep, no. I kind of doze off, close my eyes. Another thing a lot of people worry about is breastfeeding in public. Now, I'm going to show you right now that it is not weird at all. I mean, I'm still kind of uncomfortable. Like, I'm not just going to, you know, walk around with my breast ball out feeding him and stuff like some people out here really do. Yeah, so what I do is I just, you know, find a place to sit down, or, you know, a family restroom. They have them all over. And, you know, I just go in there, and they have breastfeeding centers at the malls and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, when I'm shopping, I'll show you exactly what I do to get him fed. Right, so under here, I have a tank top, and then I have my overshirt. The reason that I keep this overshirt, and you can have a blanket too. Like, I always use my blanket or his blankie. Just lift up my shirt, yeah, like this. That's your food. You know, so even just like that, they can't see anything because my shirt is, you know, covering his face. But I always, you know, have a blanket just in case, which you can do that, or you can invest in one of those expensive nursing thingies that go around you. So yeah, and then when I'm done, I just simply pull my shirt up, and he's done. Obviously, if I don't have on my nursing tank top or my nursing bra. My nursing bra drives me crazy. I hate that thing, and I don't wear it very often. I wear it sometimes when I want to have, you know, easy access. Nursing bra does make it a lot easier. You don't have to like pull a bunch of stuff down. and nursing tank tops to wear under. So you just unsnap and pull it down instead of having to, pull to the side kind of, which can mess up your bras, which my bras don't have much padding, so I don't worry about that. As you saw, like, all you can see really is, a little bit of my side boob, which, tons of girls show more than that on a daily basis. Just maybe you'll get a stare, maybe you'll get, a few like crazy looks, but I don't understand what's so crazy about it, because you're doing the best thing you can do for your baby. You're doing something natural for people are weird though. People think of breast as a sexual thing, so they think of it as nasty. I don't understand how some people think that breastfeeding is a selfish thing. Because, to me, you have a very messed up mind if you think that it is something selfish. Like, I don't see how any mother could use that as a selfish thing, besides, the way it makes our boobs look very nice, but other than that, what kind of selfishness? So, people think like that, there's something wrong up there. Something that made breastfeeding really easy for me in the first couple weeks when I wasn't very good with like handling him and all that stuff is this Boppy nursing pillow, which it isn't the Boppy support pillow that a lot of people use as nursing pillows. It's the actual real deal, and it's really, really nice. It has two head supports right here. One right here and one right here, so on either side you can switch your baby. There's a little pocket if you want to carry anything in there. And then, it goes like this. And it just snaps you like that. It's really hot. Come here, my little baby. Yeah. And then, he's getting kind of big for this, but he just, he was like, what the heck are you doing? You just lay him right there, and then its action makes it really easy, so you don't, strain your arms or anything. My breast friend, and this is definitely my breast friend for, 4 to 5 weeks. It was my breast friend. Alright guys, my memory's running out, so I'm going to talk fast, but if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below or inbox me. Happy breastfeeding.